around in there. Okay, so we have Mary Magdalene and the unicorns this month. I love working with the unicorns. They're actually, I think, I don't want to put on favorites, but the unicorns are definitely up there for me. They'll show up a lot. So I'm excited to see what they have for us. And also, in case you didn't know, yesterday was National Unicorn Day. So I didn't even know that until Instagram told me. So, all right. Wow. Let's just take a moment. See where you are today. See what your experience is, what might be showing up in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your body, in energy that's hanging out anywhere. I know a lot of us are feeling a lot of constriction in certain places. Amy was talking about her throat. I think Kavita's got some going on in her throat as well, or she did. Hi, Lisa. I've had a lot in my stomach. So just if you've been noticing any tension or tightness or stuck energy anywhere in your body, just connect with that right now. See what it feels like. Ask if it has any messages for you, or if it's just ready to be released. If it has something to tell you, just listen with gentleness and curiosity, not attaching to anything. If it's ready to be released, just breathe into it. Just breathe into the tightness, into the tension. And if you like, you can imagine a tube running from the energy. And you can just imagine that releasing all of the energy through the tube. Archangel Michael's stepping in to catch any energy that you're releasing, gather it up and transform it, send it into the light. Okay, and he's drawing our circle for us. Thank you, Archangel Michael. You already feel yourself in the circle, great. Feel that white light of Source, blue tinged light of Archangel Michael. It feels like we have some from Ariel, Mother Mary, and of course Mary Magdalene. If you don't feel yourself in the circle just yet, just see it in your mind's eye and step in. Okay, good. Feels like we are all here in spirit, if not in body. And the unicorns and Mary Magdalene are in the center. Thanks, guys. Okay, yep. Unicorns want to go first. That seems typical. The unicorns really can be a little bit pushy. If you haven't worked with unicorns before, or you haven't experienced this and you want to play with their energy, just know that they may not be as cognizant of the boundaries. Like I've had them wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning before. So be sure to, you can tell them to step off or ask for them to come back if you need to. So sometimes they need some boundaries. They're here. Hi, guys. Thank you. It feels like we have 3 of them here. And one of them specifically wants to say hi to Liv. Of course, Liv works with the unicorns quite a lot. All right. All right. Where do you want to start with us? Okay, so the unicorns are bringing the tips of their horns to either your third eye or your heart center, maybe both. So just sort of tune in and see if you can feel or know where the unicorn wants to work with you, and just feel. So the unicorn's horn, it's like their magic wand. It's like it's not the source of their power, but it's how they focus their healing. It's how they focus their love and what they want to offer. Of course, just being in the energy of the unicorns is very healing. But when they really want to amp it up, they'll use their horn. And so the tip of the horn is either touching your third eye or your heart. Just feel that love, feel that silvery white divine light flooding in. It may be clearing your third eye, clearing your channel so that you can receive guidance or visions or knowing more clearly. Maybe working with your heart to clear out some past trauma, some blocks, some heartache. So just be with the energy, just breathe with it. Know that it's happening all for your highest good. Whatever you need to receive is being received now. Okay, so they want us to make sure we ground. So take a moment, take a few breaths, feel yourself in your body, feel your feet on the floor, your butt in your chair. And feel that grounding cord dropping from the base of your spine, from your heart, and from the base of your skull, 3 grounding cords dropping down into the center of the earth. You can see this as our earth healed. You can see this as the new earth. Whatever energy feels good for you to connect with it. Connect with that now. Feel your cords anchoring. Just allow anything, any energy, any thoughts, anything that you don't need, just feel it dropping down that grounding cord to be grounded by the earth. So the unicorns are actually quite connected with the earth. I'm not sure I realized that until just now, but they're quite connected with this earth. They're elemental beings, and so one of the reasons that they disappeared for so long, of course they never really disappeared, but they were very much in hiding. So it took a lot to see a unicorn for quite a while here. And one of the reasons that they basically disappeared was because the energy of the earth shifted into a fair amount of darkness. And as that's clearing now, we're seeing the shadows of what's needing to be healed here on earth. And so the unicorns are here to help us return the earth to her natural energy, to her natural state. And that's one of the things that the unicorns can help us with. They can help us return to our natural state, to this state of grace and love and knowing and connection with both our higher selves and our human selves, both of them just playing together really beautifully. They can help us return to our knowing of our true selves. So it feels like they want to send us some energy. So they're actually filling our circle for this session, for this transformation and healing. They're filling the circle with their light, with that knowing, so that as you breathe in this space, you're receiving whatever you need to take you, to either connect you fully to your true self, your divine self, or to help you take the next step in that direction. Just be there. Whew. You might be feeling this one. I'm feeling this one. Just breathe with it. Okay, yeah, they're saying this is actually fairly intense energy. So if you really want to go for it, they're saying you can dial it up. You can also dial it down you'll still receive the full blast, but they can measure it out over a couple of days if it's feeling intense. So you get to choose, or you can just receive it how they're wanting to share it with you. But it's actually feeling like this energy is of similar intensity to the solar flares and the big waves of energy that we've been receiving here on Earth as we move through the energy of this ascension process. That's really just been ramping up over the past month or two, after the steady ramp up of the past few years. Okay, you might want to take some water or woo, I just went through most of my water for the session. Okay, yeah. It feels like we need to ground a little bit more. So return your attention to your 3 grounding cords, specifically to the grounding cord from your root chakra, from the base of your spine. And just allow it to center the energy, to anchor the energy, and to help you be in your body. And you can wiggle your toes or your fingers to help with that, just to remind you that you're safe to be in this body, even in this high energy, this ascending energy, this 5th, 6th, 7th dimensional energy. You're still safe to be in your body. That's a big part of the energetic intensity and the light waves that are coming through now. It's helping upgrade our physical bodies so that we can hold this energy. So you're safe to hold it. You're safe in it. Just do whatever you need to do for your body. Whew. Okay, thanks, unicorns. That was fun. If you didn't feel anything at all, that's perfect too. It's still working with you. It's still giving you whatever you need in this moment. Okay, it feels like Mary Magdalene is stepping forward. Now, unicorns have had their turn. I'm sure they'll be back. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Mary Mags. Okay, she's bowing with her hand to her forehead and then her heart and saying, the divine in me honors the divine in you. And the human in me honors the human in you. Of course, she has quite a bit less human than she once did, but her human self, her memory of her human self is honoring our human selves. Okay, it feels like she's working with our energy as well. She's working with our root chakra, filling it with a deep red light, clearing it, healing it, balancing it. And now this red light from Mary Magdalene is moving up your spine to the base of your skull and then back down in a circle. Oh, that's interesting. She's saying this is activating your fresh DNA. Okay. I don't know precisely what that means, but I have heard rumblings about DNA shifting and things really, really moving significantly for our human bodies. And she says this is helping. This is activating some new strands and helping to, she's saying correlate. Helping to correlate what has already happened, the upgrades that have already happened. And this is really a very physical upgrade for our bodies. It feels like your higher selves are all here with you, very, very present with you right now and helping you anchor this. So if you'd like to chat a little with your higher self about anything you might need for this or anything that wants to come through for you in this, feel free to take a moment to do that. Yeah, so she's saying this is a very physical upgrade, but the physical upgrade really impacts the other systems as well. Of course, the emotional body, the mental body, spirit body. When our human is in top form, when our physical self is in top form, then the rest can come through more easily, can come through more powerfully. Because of course she's reminding us that our true power comes from being fully embodied, comes from being in our bodies, in the present moment, wherever we are. And so she's reminding us to be present with whatever energy you're feeling, whatever emotions, feelings you're feeling. Although she is making a note too, if you are very empathic, hi Kelly, if you're very empathic and you have a tendency to collect the emotions, thoughts, and feelings of others, to make sure to be sure you're not just marinating in somebody else's stuff. But if you've cleared and it's yours, just breathe with it, be present with it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to deny it. Just breathe into the energy of it. Breathe into the physical sensation of it. And know that this is all you ever need to do. She's saying, especially for people like us who are very gifted with energies and very adept at moving things around and using light. She's saying that sometimes you do just have to be present with it. You don't always want to just, fire up the light and, try it, because this is sort of the duality of being a human who is also very gifted with frequencies and light workers, is that sometimes we'll try to take that and use it to just make ourselves feel better, which of course is always good, always fine. But sometimes we use it to kind of tamp things down or to try to shuffle them off. And if it's something that we do need to just honor and be present with, if there's a little bit of shadow happening there, or just something that wants our attention before it can leave, then it'll just keep coming back. So this is she's sending us all some energy to help us with that distinction, to help us to know when it's appropriate to really use the light and just clean ourselves out. Because of course it's appropriate to use the light when it's somebody else's stuff and it's not ours to be dealing with. Then we just, we can use some violet flame to clear us out. And that's perfectly good, because that's not ours to process. But if there is something that's ready to be seen, acknowledged. And of course, this doesn't mean, if something comes up, you have to spend, a year with it. You can spend a minute breathing with it, and then it will often be ready to leave. But she's sending us some energy and some help and some healing to help us just know when it's just time to be okay. It's time to just be present with this, to feel it, and to know that it will pass. And to know that if it never passes, if we end up living with whatever it is, that's okay too. That's part of surrender. Okay, thank you, Mary Magdalene. Okay, she's actually saying, there's an example I have from my life today, and she's saying that's a good thing to share. So as an example of this, whenever I'm my happy place in work is to be right in the middle of an activate session, when I know that we're just going to be working together for a number of months, and I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to sell anything. I don't have to do anything. That's really hard for me. That's hard for, a lot of people who do this work. A lot of artists, that part of it is not our favorite. But to do this work, because Google isn't going to hire me to do this. To do this work, we have to talk about it. So I'm in that process right now. And so I had all of this, it felt very dense and very heavy energy in my, over my heart and in my stomach. And of course, I just wanted to get rid of it. I just wanted Jesus to help me clear it out. I just wanted to move through it, because I felt oh, well, I can't be in the right energy to do this, to really, be present with this work I have to do, and to receive with it until I've cleared myself out. And I got reminded that actually sometimes you just have to breathe with it. Sometimes it's okay if you feel a lot of stuck energy in you. You don't need to power through it. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. It doesn't mean that you're not going to succeed at whatever you're doing. It doesn't mean that your energy is screwy and you're doing energy wrong. It just means that, you know what, it's okay to breathe with it. It's okay to be present with it. And actually, I finally just reminded myself, like, okay, you know what? If this energy is in me until the end of time, if I am feeling this constriction until I die, that's okay. And then, of course, it left. It was like, okay, well, you're no fun anymore. Bye. So, sometimes we just have to accept it and be like, okay, if this wants to hang out with me, it can hang out with me for as long as it wants. And that can really help. So, is there anything else? Okay, yeah, she's saying that's good for that story. Okay, so let's see, where else do we want to go? Okay, what else have you got for us, Mary? Actually, she wants me to look at the description of what she wanted to do. And I know I put that in the Facebook group. So let's just look at that. Okay, yeah. So what she originally sent through 7 months ago was, it's time to rewrite your story to reflect the truth. It's time to come out of hiding. Hidden for eons, the unicorns are now only beginning to reemerge with this ascension, with this dawning of a new golden age. Mary Magdalene and these powerful silvery white beings are so ready to help with your own ascension, your own ability to anchor light and love into a world that's resisted both for so long. True wisdom, divine knowledge, and unfathomable love are here for you now. Okay, it feels like the part of that she's pointing us to is, okay, yeah, rewriting your story to reflect the truth. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Mary Mags. Okay, so what do we do with that? How do I find, there it is. Too many browsers. Okay. Rewrite your story to reflect the truth. We need to know about that today. Okay. She's saying with this new energy coming in, it is possible. It's more possible to rewrite our stories than it ever has been. And so many of us we're all writers, actually. I know some of us really identify with that. Some of us really don't, but we're all very gifted writers, and we can write our stories. And we've always been able to write our stories, but we can do that a lot more powerfully now. And so, okay, so what are you saying about this? I want to make sure I'm channeling her rather than going into, oh, I have opinions about this. And I do have so many opinions about this. Okay, so she's saying now is the time to write out what it is that you want to feel, not so much what you want to experience. So you're more than welcome to write out that as well and hold that as an aim as well. But she really wants us to write out how we want to feel and not assign life specifics to those feelings. For example, for me, I want to feel secure. I want to feel like I can pay my bills and my rent. So that for me translates to, having this many clients and this many people stepping in, and it just gets really sticky that way. And so she's saying, don't, apply this in your life as it best fits. But she's saying, don't make the way you want to feel depend on the certain thing you've decided will externally make you feel that way. So she's really asking us to write out our stories of how we want to feel. How do you want to feel in your life? How do you want to feel through, these joyful situations that you might find yourself in, as well as the challenging situations that you might find yourself in now? So it actually feels like she might be giving us some homework. Wow, that's fairly rare. They don't usually give us homework, but she'd really like us to spend some time writing out how we want to feel, writing out how we want our story to unfold from a place of curiosity. Like, oh, wouldn't it be fun if this happened? Not like clinging to I need this thing, but, oh, wouldn't it be fun if? And that can be an adventure, an experience, a creative project, a new business, a new job, a new place to live, a new relationship, but from the space of curiosity, gentleness, and, oh, wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun if? And then we can just riff on what are all of the things I can think of that might be fun right now, and how do I want to feel in those things? What is the most important? And you might see that you write out 6 different scenarios that sound like fun, and then you realize, oh, the common thread in this is actually feeling at peace. Okay, so the capacity, she's reminding us that we have the capacity to feel at peace, to feel safe, to feel loved in each moment from ourselves, which is always so annoying. But also, when we choose to really step into that and choose to honor that part of ourselves, it does get easier, because it's all about choice. When I get into my little Amber Crabby space, I'm kind of choosing to be crabby, because on some level being crabby is kind of fun for me. So, I'll be in that human space of like, it doesn't work, or I'm not going to let it work. But she's reminding us that we do have that choice. And it's as easy as saying, okay, I choose to write out how I want to feel today. I choose to spend a few minutes in the morning writing out how I'd like to feel today and some things that might be fun to experience today, and my requests. She's saying you can send us requests. Like, I'd like to request some magic today. I'd like to request a miracle today. I request peace today. I request healing today. I request, whatever it is that you want. And writing that out in the morning is more powerful now in this energy than it's ever been. So we can all create some serious magic in just a couple of days of doing this, actually. And just to share a process that I found just today from a woman online whose energy I really resonate with. She said, she basically just combined the morning pages and the writing out of, of what we want to experience. So something I've been playing with is just doing that, initial brain dump, that initial subconscious stream of consciousness writing about, what I'm fearing, what I'm worried about, what's just the gunk that's coming up, and just write it out, because that clears it out of our space, out of our systems, out of our brains. And then whenever it feels natural, transition over to, okay, I'd like to experience this. I request this. I want to feel so excited when this happens. I want to feel so excited when it doesn't happen. I want, and just really, you guys will be guided in this. But that's a really powerful, powerful exercise right now, if that's something you choose to step into. But yeah, she's saying it's more possible than ever to rewrite any pieces of our story that don't feel aligned anymore, because there are going to be things that don't feel aligned anymore, because the energy is shifting so much that there may be, it could be anything. It could be from an outfit that just doesn't feel good anymore, to placement of furniture, to a friendship that always drains you, but you feel kind of required to show up anyway, to a project that felt really good 2 years ago, but now just feels like a big fat drain on you. Whatever it is, if there's something that feels out of alignment now, you can rewrite. You can rewrite that. Okay, tuning back in. Okay, actually, it's like Mary Magdalene, but it's probably the unicorns. They want me to get my white selenite unicorn horn. So excuse me, let me just grab that off of my altar. This is my selenite unicorn horn, and this needs to be here for some reason. So we'll just put that down. Okay, what else? What else do you have for us? Okay, she's saying you are all so loved, so cherished, so held. You all have such massively powerful spirit teams, and the veil is dropping more. The separation between us and our guides is it's shifting, it's disintegrating more and more every day now. So every day you have the option and the opportunity to connect more powerfully with the guidance and the healing that is here for you, and the comfort and the friendship that is here for you with your guides. And they would all love to connect with you so much more. Even if you're checking in with them every day, even more. They're just saying more, 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 more. More, 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 more. And if you have, if you have a favorite, if you have one you really resonate with, check in with them, ask for healing before you fall asleep. Again, I'm repeating myself for the 27th time, but I need to hear this every day. So, check in with them before you go to sleep and ask for healing, ask to receive guidance for a specific thing in your dreams, or to wake up with it, and in the morning when you wake up, ask, what do I need to know today? How can you help me today? What, XYZ, whatever the issue is, ask them for help with that, and just keep checking in throughout the day, because they have so much for us now, and we can access it more easily and more powerfully than we ever have before. And they're saying, if you still feel disconnected from your guides, if you still feel like there's a lot of veil, or you feel like they're not coming through for you in the way that you would like them to, or maybe even in the way that you were used to at some point, they're saying, don't fret. It's possible that they are working with you on a more subconscious level right now. And it's possible that they just want you to rest. Because I think I didn't fully realize this until recently, but when we're working with our guides, we're actually working very hard. Like, even when we're just asking them for guidance and asking them for healing or whatever it is we're doing, we're working hard. You're seeing a lot, you're processing a lot. It's really, as powerful as it is, it's not the same as receiving it, which is why, as gifted as we all are with this, you still show up here, and I still, get my sessions, because sometimes it's just really nice to relax and let someone else do the work. So they're saying it's possible, if you aren't feeling like you're receiving it the way you'd like to right now, or you have an episode of that at some point in the future, know that basically you're kind of being taken offline so that your higher self can do it for you. So your higher self can work with your guides, can work with you. And when you're not really feeling or hearing your guidance, and I know how frustrating that can be when you feel like, I have decisions to make, things are happening, I would like some help here, come on guys. They're with you, they're working with you even more powerfully, and they're asking you to trust. They're asking you to trust them, and they're saying, you can watch a movie if you want and know that we're working with you. You can read a book, you can take a nap, you can go on a little adventure, you can do whatever you need to do to keep yourself feeling in a good space, keep yourself vibing high, as if you will. But really, just trust. Trust is kind of the name of the game right now. Okay, do you have anything to say to us about trust? Okay, she's saying we're having to trust because we're in a space where things aren't working the way we're used to them working. Things are really shifting, and for the better. Like, we're going to be able to do some things that we haven't been able to do yet. It's going to be really, really cool, but we do have to trust more now, because the way that we can work in this world is shifting. The way, things that used to work might not be working anymore. Things that we didn't know we could do, we'll be able to do, but trust is really, they're just asking us to trust. Thank you. I personally find trust hard, so I'm letting my Amber come through on that. Trust doesn't have to be hard. You can just step into trust. You can just okay, trust you fully. Don't take on my Amber stuff around trust. They're saying, there's actually nothing easier than surrendering. There's nothing easier than trusting. Amber just really resists a lot. You don't